Hey guys, hope everybody had a good week. I had a very busy week. So that's why I'm just now getting to do my discussion today on Sunday. We actually were at the ballpark all day yesterday for a softball tournament in Johnson City. It was super cute. All of our girls, they're all 8 under girls, they all dressed up as a mariachi band. It was super cute, and the head coach dressed up as a pinata. I don't know how we didn't win, but we didn't. We done that, and we actually won our championship. It was their first championship win, so that was a huge deal to these girls. So very tired, and then on top of that, I had 5 of those girls spend the night with us last night, and finally just got rid of the last one. So I am exhausted. So anyway, let's get into this. So this week we were talking about the purpose of criminal procedure law, which is super, super, super important, just because it holds those responsible that have the power. There's no other position in this world like a police officer. They are able to take someone's freedom just literally with like the stroke of a pen, and they can take someone off to jail. Sometimes even without that initial stroke of the pen, they can, put someone in handcuffs and take them and lock them up. So it's a very powerful position to have, and as we all know, it can be taken advantage of. So criminal procedure is very, very, very important. So this specific chapter was super interesting to me. Of course, all of it I'm pretty familiar with because I had been in law enforcement and still in law enforcement for many years. So for me, this was kind of a review. Still brought up a couple of questions that I know I have been faced with before. So one of those questions was actually the subject. I apologize, of the issue highlight on page 154, where it's talking about the abolishment of Miranda warnings. Do you think that we should still have Miranda warnings? Because honestly, everybody knows Miranda warnings. Everybody knows what they are, they can rattle them off. But here's the question: do you think that officers should still have to read these rights to a person that they have in custody and they're questioning? Um, Me personally, I do think they should. I don't think taking those away, I don't think not reading those is an okay thing to do. Um, because even though people know what their Miranda rights are, I think when you have arrested someone and you have them in custody and you are going to question these people, they are going to be under a lot of stress. And especially if you have arrested someone, let's just take for instance, let's say that we have arrested someone who is autistic. I'm just going to throw that one out. Say that they are autistic, and they may not completely understand what is going on with them. Um, if those Miranda warnings are not read, and you don't know as a law enforcement officer that these people might this or I'm sorry, that this person might be on the spectrum and they might not understand exactly what is going on with them, they may not know that they don't have to talk to you. They may not know this. So for me, I think that Miranda warning should stay. Period. I don't think that there is any possible scenario where Miranda should not be read. Um, which comes to my question that I have, and it's not necessarily like a clarification question either. This one is, I've always found this one kind of, I have a problem with this, and it's more of a moral issue for me than a legal issue. So at the bottom of page 153, it's talking about extension and application of Miranda warnings. Um, and the part that I have a problem with, it says a police officer posing as an inmate need not provide Miranda warnings to a suspect in jail before asking them incriminating questions, because the location of this questioning is assumed to have no coercive atmosphere. Okay, I get that. However, I still have issues with this because I'm thinking if they knew they were talking to a police officer, they're not going to answer these questions. Um, So just, I guess I'm kind of wondering what your guys' take is on that. I have, like I said, I have a moral issue with this, with being able to send someone in undercover, have them pose as an inmate. And most of the time when this happens, you have they're going in for that reason of of asking this person questions, of trying to get in with them and trying to get this person to protect them, or not protect them, I'm sorry, but to confide in them and to tell them information that they're trying to get. So for me, I have a real issue with this, because you're doing this on purpose. You're going in. It's not like you're sending someone in and they just happen to tell them. So for me, I have a little bit of issue with this, and I kind of wonder what everyone else thinks about this also. Um, so, like I said, and this is a little longer than what I had intended it to be. I apologize. Um, but I just wonder what everyone else's thought is about that. Because I am huge on defendant rights. I am, and that's kind of odd, really, because of the position that I've had for years. But you know, I think a lot of times, I think a lot of times defendants are taken advantage of, um, possibly by the manipulation of some of this things by law enforcement, because a lot of times law enforcement, if worded correctly, done correctly, it can be kind of manipulated, to where they can get around some of this stuff. So I'm really big on that. I'm big on, false confessions. I think that is a real issue. I think it has been. I think it still is. Um, so that's my 2 cents on this whole thing. So let me know what you think, and I'll see you guys later. See ya.